Hey guys, this is Frozen 2's Journey Things Fanboy 2004 here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today I'm reviewing a movie that came out last year, and it's celebrating its 1 year anniversary today. And this movie I'm reviewing is Dune Part 1, technically. I'll just title it Dune, but this is now called Dune Part 1 since there is a Part 2 coming next year. So Dune is directed by Denis Villeneuve, the same guy who did Prisoners and his Prisoners Arrival and his best from Blade Runner 2049. Oh yeah, I forgot Sicario as well. And it stars Timothy Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, Stellan Skarsgård, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, Dave Bautista, and yeah, probably the most stacked cast of last year. Probably the biggest cast ensemble. So, Dune Part One basically tells a story of Paul Atreides who goes into a journey to save. Goes on a journey to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and people, and basically him and his family must protect spices from this desert planet. Yeah, since the Harkonnen family is taking over the spices. So yeah, I remember this yeah Dune is a movie that really got a lot of Oscar buzz. It won a couple of Oscars last year, including yeah, actually it won so many Oscars. If I remember, best visual effects, best score, best editing, best cinematography, best sound, and production design, and yeah, like so many like Oscar wins, and I can totally see why. And I've actually haven't been reviewing one of the Oscar buzz movies. I mean, I did review on Encanto and Don't Tell Me Die, which won one Oscar, but this is like but they weren't really made for the Oscars, unlike this one. Yeah, Denis Villeneuve is one of the best directors working today. Easily in my top five. Maybe not quite top five. There are five directors I enjoy more, but top 10 obviously. I mean, I love Prisoners, his directorial debut, and then I also love Sicario, The Rival, but Blade Runner 2049 is my favorite Denis Villeneuve film ever, easily. But and it took him like 4 years to get his next film released. Originally supposed to come out in December 2020, but got delayed due to COVID to December 2021, October 2021, which is last year. I actually saw this film I saw this film earlier than pretty much almost everyone else, or specifically everyone I know. I mean, it did have a Rotten Tomatoes score before it came out in my area. So obviously some people saw it before I did, but I was one of those lucky people who got to see Dune Part Two very early. I don't know. I mean Part One, and I saw it on September 2021, and I literally bragged about it. Like I gave it like so like praise it much. I gave it a lot more praise than it could have gotten, and I was like saying, "Oh, people are gonna be blown away by this. Oh, people are gonna love this." Unfortunately, when it came out to the U.S., the reception was shockingly divisive. Of course, there's some people who think that who put this as their favorite movie 2021, or at least one of them, and gave us like so much praise. But there are some who were underwhelmed by who said this movie was underwhelming and the weakest that Denis Villeneuve film, and yeah, said some of the complaints they got are just like I don't get some of the complaints. Though they say that the story is unfinished, and yeah, the story is not finished. But come on, people, um it's part one. There's a reason why it's called Dune Part One, because there's a part two coming. I do think part Dune Part Two could be even better, as it's actually my most anticipated live action movie of next year. Either this or Oppenheimer. I'll probably see which trailer of the two is better. But maybe I might go for Oppenheimer as my most anticipated live action movie of next year when the trailer comes out. But maybe, I'll think about it. But Dune, the main reason why I'm hyped for Dune Part Two is not only will it have a bigger story, but an even bigger cast ensemble. I mean, Zendaya's Chinese maybe now is gonna get a lot way more screen than she did in this film. Leia. Florence Pugh, Lea Seydoux are the two actors I'm most excited to see. It's mostly Florence Pugh. She's probably gonna be my favorite Dune character ever. Hopefully, and I'm also excited to see Austin Butler in here after his Oscar worthy performance as Elvis. I'm hyped to see him in this. But now let's talk about my thoughts on Dune Part One. Yeah, and I got before that I just want to say happy first anniversary to this movie and yeah, my thoughts on this movie. I think this movie is a sci-fi masterpiece. This movie is absolutely incredible. I loved it. Now, is it the best movie of the year? No. There are movies I would personally put above this film. No Time to Die. All Too Well if you count as a legit movie. Uh, uh, Last Night at Spider-Man No Way Home and Kando. Last Night at Soho. I probably put this below West Side Story in my best movies of 2021 list. I'm gonna do my top 10 best movies of 2021 list. Probably leading up to my top 10 best movies of 2022. And yeah. But yeah, let's talk about why I love New Part One. First of all, first of all, yeah, I think this is obviously a well-made film. E- Everything technical wise, everything is perfect about this. The cinematography from Greg Fraser is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I know people like a lot of people complain that a lot of people say that it's not that impressive because it's not shot by Raji Because come on, people, Greg Fraser is actually just as good as Raji Deakins. I mean, he shot the Batman, which also looks gorgeous. So people like act like even though Raji Deakins is the best cinematographer ever. People act like he's the only like cinematographer to exist, and it's just annoying. Um, but yeah, the cinematography is godlike. It feels like Roger Deakins actually didn't shoot this, but Greg Fraser is incredible. The visual effects look absolutely godlike. It looks stunning in every detail. And I think this is easily the most visually stunning movie of the last year. I did not regret giving this the win for best visual effects. And yeah, Denis Villeneuve promised a big epic scale. With like on the same level as Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. It did not disappoint. Now, I think this is more like Fellowship of the Ring, and then but Dune Part Two will pretty much be Two Towers and Return of the King combined. I think Dune Part Two will. I'm expecting something even more big and epic. This one I get it. I mean, they're just introducing its characters, its story, and they're focusing more on the world building. And but I mean, come on, the story is actually really good. It's actually really good. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention this is actually a remake. Yeah, a remake of a movie from 1984 that David is directed. If you want to know my thoughts on that version of Dune, it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's garbage. And it's easily the worst movie of the 1980s. I would rather sit through Superman for the Quest for Peace over that garbage. Yeah, I mean it's the worst movie of the 1980s. Even above a Superman for the Quest for Peace. Yeah, it's just awful. Just and thank God this movie got remade and with a trustworthy director, Denis Villeneuve. And this is the Dune movie we need. This is what we need. I absolutely love the characters. I know that Zendaya was probably like the most exciting thing about this movie. I understand that I understand why she didn't get why she didn't get a lot of screen time. Maybe she could end up being my favorite character in the next film. I think it's gonna be either her or Florence Pugh's character, whoever she plays. I forgot the name. In this movie, my favorite character is probably Rebecca Ferguson's character, Lady Jessica Atreides. Yeah, she was amazing in this. And probably the standout for me. I mean, while Zendaya was barely in this film, but although definitely not a bad thing at all the performances are outstanding. I mean, Timothy Chalamet and Rebecca Ferguson both give their best performance. Also, Jason Momoa, I would say Game of Thrones is his best performance, but this one is a close second. And it is definitely far better than his performance in Aquaman. Josh Brolin is in this. I love that. Yeah, I absolutely love the cast. Everyone gives a great performance. Not a single character got left behind. Hans Zimmer's score is absolutely amazing and mind blowing. Yeah, I know it kind of reminded me of Zack Snyder Justice League score, but I think this one did it better. And I gave this the win tied with the No Time to Die because I think this and No Time to Die had the best score of 2020 of last year, and I can totally see why. And yeah, I absolutely love that this the writing of this film is really good. I love how do I say this? I love the writing. I love how it absolutely takes its time. Yeah, it takes its time. Yeah, it doesn't rely on big spectacle. It actually tells a compelling story. That absolutely like has some great character development. Absolutely sets up the world, and yeah, I love it. And there's so many great scenes as well. I think some of Chinese scenes are probably the best scene in the film. You know what? I can't take that back. Chinese the best character. I don't care how little screen time she has. Let's see if Florence Pugh can dethrone her in Dune Part 2. My favorite scene of the film is, believe it or not, the opening scene. Yeah, the opening scene is my favorite scene. I know I don't usually put the opening scene as my favorite, but I just love the way that they introduce this new world. And I love that the Chani is the one like narrating it. Like she's pretty much the key to everything. But the whole movie was mostly Paul trying to look for Chani, which is why Chani was barely in it. Because she was the key to everything. But and he had like a vision of Chani the whole time. And there's so many other things as well. The action scenes as well. Like whenever there's an action scene, my God, the stakes are absolutely raised high. You know, like especially the attack on what's that planet? I forgot the name of the planet, but the sand planet. What's the planet name again? Sorry guys, my bad. I'm thinking. Akaris, yeah. That's the name of the planet, Akaris. Yeah, that's actually love that. Also the scene when Paul was being tested by the ground council. That was a great scene. And yeah, this movie. I would say the third act was the weakest part. The movie does start to slow down, but it does slow down like somewhere within the last like 30 minutes. But it quickly picks itself up when Chani appears on screen, and in the end, and they start the real adventure. And yeah, so yeah, I absolutely love this movie. Overall, Dune is a sci-fi masterpiece. It's absolutely incredible. It's one of the best made films of last year. The visual looks absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, everything that technical wise is perfect. It absolutely deserved the most of the wins it got. I'm not sure. I think I voted for something else to win best film editing. I forgot which movie, but yeah, I don't care. Yeah, Dune is a masterpiece. I would say Blade Runner 2049 is still the best Denis Villeneuve film, but Dune is my second favorite from his filmography. And if you haven't seen Dune yet, I highly recommend it. It's on HBO Max, and yeah, but I think this is a movie that's meant to be seen on the big screen, especially in IMAX. I saw this from IMAX, and I did not regret a single penny of it. They're better movies of last year. Everyone knows that No Time to Die is my favorite movie of 2021, but Dune is definitely one of them. And yeah, I am beyond pumped for Dune 2 Part 2. Like what I said, it's one of my most anticipated movies of next year, and I hope it'll be, and I'm hoping it'll be better than Part 1. So with that said, I'm gonna give Dune a 10 out of 10. So that's my review of Dune. Yeah, what's your opinion on this movie? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit notification bell, and stay tuned for my rant on The Witches 2020. Bye guys.